Lav's Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have debuted a huge change to their trivia show after fan backlash. The pair have hosted a trivia segment on the show for some time. It typically involves Kelly and Mark trying to figure out the true and false statements from fans who call in. If the fan can stump them, they win a mug with the live logo on it. Historically, Kelly has been for the fans and tries to help them out. Mark, however, has rallied against doing that and tries to keep them from winning. Now, they've made a change to the trivia game. It will now be called Stump Mark. Mark is still determined not to let fans win the popular mug. Fans have called him out multiple times for not wanting them to actually win. It remains to be seen if the actual rules are going to change significantly, however. Ripa's wrath. Kelly didn't mince words, advising her husband and co-host Mark to shut it on their talk show Live with Kelly and Mark. Kelly was clearly irked when Mark made a less than flattering comment about her. On this taped episode, the topic of discussion was phubbing, or the act of ignoring your partner to focus on your phone. Mark was quick to accuse Kelly of being guilty of this modern-day snub. You know when someone's on their phone and they're not looking at you or giving you direct answers. That's called phubbing, Mark said. Kelly fired back, stating her phubbing was in response to numerous group emails that Mark neglects to answer. So, somebody has to answer these people. Mark, attempting to downplay her actions, dismissed them as busy work. His comment led to an awkward pause, where Kelly looked at the audience, eliciting boos. Is that a bad term? Busy work? Mark inquired, turning toward the jeering audience. An unamused Kelly remained silent, her face etched in a frown, as Mark joked that their dog Lena was also engaged in busy work. Shut it. Kelly, after taking a moment, offered Mark some unsolicited advice. You know, Mark, she said, as someone who has grown up with you. Literally grown up. Yeah, we grew up together, Mark agreed. And as your attorney, Kelly quipped, inducing laughter from the audience. I am going to encourage you to shut it. This led to Mark laughing uproariously, because, Kelly continued, nobody is a bigger offender than you. Really? Mark asked, visibly surprised. You go to bed at night clutching your phone and the remote control, Kelly pointed out. I'm a man. That's what men do, Mark retorted. Costly mistake. It appears this wasn't the first occasion Kelly had to correct Mark on air. Previously, the couple had participated in a viewer trivia game named Brighten Your Day. If the couple incorrectly guessed the true statement among two provided by the caller would win a mug. Mark's former co-host, Ryan Seacrest, always aimed for the viewer to win, but Mark played strictly by the rule. In a recent game, a caller named Susan presented two facts, with one being her affinity for wax museums and the other her encounter with Bob Newhart's statue in Chicago. Mark guessed correctly but felt some remorse afterward. You just robbed her of a mug, Kelly admonished, sitting upright. Mark could only shrug and smirk.